welcome back, Josie, to our show. Now, a lot of people were asking, why is that the rates on the private lender are more expensive compared to an A or B lender?
Basically, the reason why our rates are higher is because of the risk that we take. So a lot of the clients that we do take on and do financing for, they're a higher risk. So as a lender, we want to be compensated for taking the chance on these individuals that are a higher risk.
Now, I have to actually let the audience know that recently I actually closed a deal with you.
Correct.
And I was very, very surprised because we split the deal into first and second mortgages.
That's right.
Because again, of the risks. However, the rate that you gave my client on the first mortgage and second mortgage were the same.
That's correct.
Is that a niche to you? Is that your niche as a lender? Do you do that all the time where in the first and second mortgages are, both mortgage are of the same rate?
So we do provide what's called a bundle deal.
Okay.
So this is, for example, what we were able to provide to your client. They needed a mortgage, I believe it was to 85%.
80.
To 80%. Yes. And what we do is we split it up as a first to 70 and a second to 80%. And we provide the exact same rates and fee. Rather than doing a first mortgage at a little bit of a lower rate and a second at a much higher rate, we want to blend the rate together, which is why we're able to give the same rates and fee on both the first and the second.
Okay, that's awesome, though.
Yes.
Now, what can you say about people or borrowers that has a lot of advisors? Because sometimes it's hard to talk to people, most especially when people, this is their first time to use a private lender. It's hard to talk to them because they have a lot of advisors. They have friends, they have their church pastors, they have their cousins,
Yes.
they have their boss, they
Yes.
have everybody as their advisors, right?
Yes.
So what can you say about these situations? Where should the borrower or the client listen to? Who they should be listening to?
So this has been a conversation that's been going on for many, many years. I've been in this industry for 25 years, and we've always had the exact same conversation with clients and with brokers. Just like with anything, you always want to speak to an expert. If you're going to buy a car, you're going to go to a car salesman to get the best advice.
Yes.
If you need to go to a doctor, you're going to go to the doctor to get medical advice.
That's right.
If you need a mortgage, if you need financing advice, you need to go to the professional. We will always talk to our friends, our pastor, our relatives to get some advice. But at the end of the day, you want to be dealing with an agent or a broker that's doing this full time and knows all the different products and all the different rules that are out there.
Yes. Sadly, sometimes the deal doesn't go through because someone advised them that
Yes.
the rate's too high, the fee's too expensive. You have to pay this and that, which everything costs money nowadays.
Exactly. But you need to, a client needs to remember what their long-term goal is. So just as an example, a client that's refinancing their debts, we may give them a second, and I'm just throwing rates out there, we might give them a second at 9.99% or 10.99%, and the client is saying that the rate is too expensive. But when you calculate all the interest that they're currently paying on all of their credit cards, if you have 4 or 5 credit cards at 21, 22, 19%, that 9.99% doesn't seem so bad. So speaking to a trusted advisor, mortgage broker, they'll be able to compare your new mortgage based on what you're paying currently.
That's right. And that's a very good advice also, like on the consolidation part of
course.
Yes. Now, the thing is, some of these, some of the clients, they're very leery about private lending because of the fees,
Yes.
right? And of course, the payments are interest-only payments. So do you think interest-only payment versus principal plus interest payment would be a good option for clients? Why is that the private lending space is just offering interest-only payment?
So that's a misconception, at least with our company. You can pay interest-only payments, and interest-only payments are usually the lower payments. However, our company does allow for principal and interest payments. So you can definitely amortize the payments, which will help the client pay the principal down. Most lenders will only allow the interest-only payments. That's in their policy. But at Canadian Mortgages, we do have the option that you can amortize up to 35 years to make those principal and interest payments. And if you can afford to do so, I would definitely encourage that.
Okay. With Canadian Mortgages, what is the niche market? Which market do you go for?
So we really have a large niche market. We are here to help individuals that don't fit into the conventional institutional lending. We really do want to rehabilitate individuals and help them get from the private lending space back into institutional lenders. And sometimes clients just cannot move into the institutional lending space, but they need that time, 6 months to a year, to put everything in order, sell their home at their own pace, and maybe go in, do a rental for a few years, and then get back into the market. So we're always looking to help the individual to the best possible scenario for them.
Even when they have, will you lend to someone who's under proposal?
We will. We prefer to pay out the proposal. So we will pay out individuals that are going through a credit proposal or a credit consumer proposal. We will lend to an individual that may have lost their job and they're not able to make their payments. If there's enough equity in their home, we will do a prepaid mortgage so they don't have to worry about their mortgage payments while they're not working. A marital breakdown, you might have to pay out your spouse. We will look into that as well.
I've got those 4 deals this year.
Well, I look forward to working on those.
It's hard.
Yes, it is.
Marital breakdown is a very sensitive topic.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
It's a very hard situation.
Yes.
I just wanted to play Snap Talk with you.
Okay.
1 minute, okay?
All right.
Big or small?
Big.
Cash or credit?
Cash.
Sedan or SUV?
SUV.
Suburb or city?
City.
Fixed or variable?
Fixed.
Oh, okay. Common law or marriage?
Marriage.
Okay. Lights on or lights off?
Lights off.
Casual or formal?
Casual for sure.
Casual for sure?
For sure.
Love or money?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to pick love, though.
Good for you. Dog or cat?
Dog.
All right. So thank you so much for being our guest for today.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
I would love to continue working with you. And maybe for 2020, we'll do more business together. Okay?
I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for watching Real Life Goals today. I hope you learned so much about private lending. See you next week for another interesting topic with another exciting guest at Real Life Goals. Thank you.